Good afternoon, everyone. How are you today? It is Nancy Thompson with CreateWithNancy.com, and I'm coming to you live today from Skinny Atlas, New York. And you're not going to believe I've been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes. I forgot to hit the button to go live. So hopefully you've all stuck around and are ready for some creative ink, because there we go. There's the notification. If you love designer paper and Stampin' Up designer paper and punches, you're going to love today's ideas. We are going to make an envelope and you're going to use punches to embellish that card. So it's a simple and easy card because I want you to take advantage of the awesome special with 15% off select designer paper in our annual catalog. And there is one designer paper that you can find in the online store. Okay, now we have a commenter. I can't believe that I was talking to myself. I'm like, where are we? So I'm checking the feed and everything and just to see, and I couldn't find myself. So, but we are live now. So hi Shirley, welcome. Hope you're doing great. It's a hot day here in Central New York, but we have sunshine, a little humid. I got the air conditioning on, so it's just a nice temperature here, but it's not too bad if you're not working outside. So for all those ones that are working, hopefully you're staying hydrated and cool. Okay, so I have a simple card today. We are going to use one sheet of designer paper and we're going to create an envelope, a designer paper envelope, a card, and then even a second card from that one sheet of designer paper. So there is hardly any waste with it. So hi Betty, welcome. I'm glad to see you here. Okay, so let's get started. Because just remember, the designer paper is 15% off, and this is one of them that we're using today. And let me find my paper so we can showcase it. We are using the Delightfully Eclectic designer paper. This is one of the mega packs in the catalog, and so let's do this, okay? And then let me make sure I get my host code up there because I want you to know it. So if you're finding you really want something, I should have put the item number up there. It is item number 161640. And you can find it in the selection of designer paper in our annual catalog, which I don't even have an annual catalog nearby, I don't think. Oh, maybe I do. Let's kind of look at that. So there's 48 sheets in this paper, and the designer paper is all together. It's on the first page. So you can find it here. This is the 23 to 24 annual catalog, Delightfully Eclectic. So there's 12 double-sided designs, so which is really cool. So 48 sheets, and it's on sale for $25.60, I believe, around there, just a little over $25. So that's almost a $5 savings if you add it to your order this month. And today is free shipping. So what, about 7 packages of designer paper, and then you would get free shipping. So such an awesome deal to have. Okay, so let's look at this beautiful designer paper. There's so many great designs in here. A couple of them had me perplexed. I didn't get a chance to make them all, but in the next week or so, I'll post the rest of them. So there's these pretty bubble bath flowers on here. And let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. I always get my finger in the way of the camera. All right, so let's zoom in just a little bit more. So these pretty delicate bubble bath flowers with a hint of Cajun craze in the center. And then we got this beautiful bubble bath stripes. I love this pattern too. And then we've got flowers here with a misty moonlight background, and crushed curry polka dots here. these really petite flowers right here, and bigger white polka dots on curry. I love this one. This is fresh freesia in the background. This one's sweet. And then we've got this black. It kind of like is eye-catching if you look at it too fast, you know. And then this goes with our, oh, what's the name of the punch? There's a punch that will punch these out. So it's a dual punch. Yeah, what is the name of that? It goes with one of our sweets. And the name is perplexing me. Inked and Tile. I should know that because we use that. I've used that recently. So Ink and Tile Punch Pack. It goes with a sweet, so that's really nice. So let's look at the back side of this here. This has got like notebook type paper. We've got this I don't know, geometric type design here, right there. And if you turn it that way, it kind of looks like pinwheels or something, the opposite. And then we've got these little tiny strawberries on Calypso Coral. Hi, Kathy, welcome. And then we've got pretzels with Calypso Coral. And then these fun stripes here. Now this is kind of different. This would go great with one of the stamp sets. It's got like the typewriter and stuff. So that would go well with this. And then here we've got Pretty Peacock with, it's got some bubble bath hearts sprinkled in. Can you see them? So there's some bubble bath hearts there. The Swans. Now this is the one that I'm not quite sure. So I've got to play with this a little bit more. And then we've got that tiled punch mimic there. Can you see that right there? Okay. And the daisy. We're going to use this paper today, okay? And then there's the back side. It has sweet little lemons on it. And then we have this geometric pattern here. Let me move closer. And then here's the back side, more note card type paper. And then this sweet petite like flowers. There's a lot of navy and I don't know, garden green leaves and old olive and stuff. And then I like this. This is great for masculine cards as well with a navy and misty moonlight type background. So it's really a kind of a fun, you just have to open your eyes to possibilities with it. Okay, so I got inspired because I really love using our designer paper. Okay, so I kind of was looking through my samples and everything and remembered this for this envelope for a mini slimline card. So we're going to do this. We're going to make the envelope for a slimline card. This isn't a mini, this is a regular slimline, and card to go along with it. Okay, and the colors in the delightfully eclectic designer paper are basic black, bubble bath, Cajun craze, Calypso Coral, crushed curry, fresh freesia, garden green, misty moonlight, night of navy, old olive, petal pink, and pretty peacock. Okay, so easy measurements. We're going to start out with a sheet, okay? Because I want you to know how to make this so you can make it again, okay? So, you know what? Okay. So in case I wanted to use the lemons, this is a directional type design, okay? So you can kind of see the lemons are all kind of going this way and hanging down. So if you have a directional paper, okay, you're going to want to have the directional to go sideways, okay? It will make your envelope come out so much better and your card too, all right? So we're going to, and I probably should look at my notes, right? Where'd my envelope go? To make sure I don't do this right or wrong, right? Correct? Okay, so the first cut is 8.5 inches, okay? So we need an 8.5 inch piece, all right? I'm gonna set that aside. This is gonna be for a card. We're going to get 2 cards out of this, which is really cool. Wait till you see what is left. And then we need 11 inches long. Okay, whoops. Let's see. 11 inches long. Here we go. And pretty much this is all that's going to be left. Wait till you see this. Okay. Okay, so in our card is going to be, let me look at that measurement, because I definitely don't want to mess this up, is 6 3/4. We're going to go cut 6 3/4 is the next cut. Hopefully you guys can see that, okay? So this is going to be for card number 2, and I'm going to just set that aside for right now. And then we need our paper to be 3 inches wide, okay? So there we go. So we're gonna, this is just a little piece of scrap that we're gonna save and use on our card as well, okay? So this is for our card. Pretty much this is what we have left over first that I don't know what to do with yet. We're gonna do the daisy side. I feel like I got something on there. And we're gonna leave kind of like, leave this right here for right now. I feel like I gotta move my trimmer a little bit. We're gonna do some scoring, okay? So we are going to, this is the 11-inch side, okay? So we're gonna put this against the trimmer. I'm gonna move my cutting blade out of the way. And we're gonna score at 1.5 inches, okay? 1.5 inches on this side, and then I'm gonna just flip it, and we are going to do 1.5 again. So if you're just joining in, come on in and say hello. Oh, Carol, welcome, Carol. And I'm gonna do a shout out to Carol. She just became a part of our Stampin' Up family. She took advantage of our join special that's going on right now. For $99, she got to choose $155 in her kit, and she is going to be a part of the Ink 'em with the Heart Stampers team. So welcome, Carol. I'm so excited for you to be able to get a discount on your products now. Okay, so we're now on the 8.5-inch side, okay? And we are gonna score at 2.5 inches and then move it down to 6.5 inches, okay? And that's all there is. So on the 8.5-inch side, 2.5, 6.5. And then this side, on the 11-inch side, it was 1.5, and I flipped it around and did another 1.5, okay? And that's all we need to do. So I think we're done with the trimmer right now. So we're gonna now burnish our folds, okay? And let's grab our bone folder here. So just go and burnish all 4 sides, okay? And did you know if you start burnishing in the center, it helps you get a more even fold? Instead of versus here, it kind of pushes your paper a little off center. So just make sure you're lined up there and just burnish. Hi Ellen, welcome. Okay, so we've got our folds. So this is going, the 1.5 sides are like the sides of your envelope, and then the bigger side here, the 2.5 inches, is going to be your envelope flap, and this is the bottom. So this is just going to kind of fold up. So what we're going to do is we're simply, and depending on what design your paper is, sometimes figure out which side. It's easy to cut out your 4 corners. You're going to cut out all 4 corners. So that makes it really simple here to remember, okay? So just cut out all 4 corners. And so this is a little bit more piece of scrap that we have left from this sheet of designer paper. I love, but you know, you can make a scrappy card when you're done with some of the designer paper. Okay, there's another one. And then finally this one. And now we're going to, we don't have a corner rounder anymore, but we do have this very best trio punch right here. So it's got this angled edge. You know, I didn't try this edge. Let me see what that looks like. Nah, I don't think so. We're gonna just go with the straight edge, okay? So let's just kind of fold this up. So here's what your envelope's gonna look like. So this is the thinner part, so it's gonna be on the bottom, and this is your top flap. I mean, I guess you could go the other way, you know, and make that your top flap, but I made that my bigger flap. I mean, it could go this way, I guess, like that. I guess it could. You just have to score it a little different is all. Let me just turn my phone down here, mute it. But we're gonna just have that big flap up there. Okay, so this is where, like, where I cut to. Can you guys see where my paper curled a little bit? It kind of curled up. So just kind of do a good job of cutting on the score line there a little bit. Let me do that. Okay, so this is the top, and see with the directional too, you can see the pattern is going that way. So that's why it's important to make sure that you're cutting your paper correctly when it has a directional. Okay, I feel like I didn't cut this one very good either. So let's trim this. So check all your make sure everything lines up. So I want to make sure this edge is even in this, and that there's not like bulking down here where your seams are. And then just give it a little extra little burnish there. Okay, so I want to use the corner rounder on here and up here. If you didn't have that, you could just angle it with your scissors or find some round thing. Sometimes the round punches, you can fit it in. Just practice on some scrap about putting your punch in there and rounding it. You can do that, or just draw, cut out a punch circle and then round it. But you can do something just so it's not such a sharp edge is what I like. I do miss the, and when you're using these punches, you want to make sure that you're hitting the guide here and over here. Okay, so there's a guide here and then down here, so you can see it right on both sides. There's guides, so you want to make sure that your paper is hitting both edges of the guide so that it comes out even. Okay, so we are all punched, so let's move that out of the way. Now I'm going to use tear tape, but you could use you know, your Seal Plus or liquid glue, but we are going to just put some tape here, and I'm going to put a little bit, or you know, like here and here, okay, just to the inside. So I'm going to just set my flap on top, okay, because this is going to cover it up, all right, but I want to kind of have an idea how far of an edge. I still feel like that's bulky. Let me trim this a little bit more. A long pair of scissors is probably the best when you're cutting long lines. All right, so let's just do that. And then, I'm not stamping, let's move that out of the way. So let's take some tear tape, and I'm gonna start just below where the edge of that paper is on the inside. But you could do some liquid glue as well. But at least now you can kind of see where the paper, see I didn't go past the edge of this paper. Okay, let's do this other side the same way. There we go. And really these are fun to make. And it's such a pretty envelope to get in the mail and to send out to people and receive. Any old corner punch, Nancy, would work. So you can upgrade if you want, but they'll work. Just any corner punch will work. All right, let's move my thing. So we're gonna take off my tear tape here, and then we're gonna close our envelope, and then our envelope is gonna be done. Wasn't that simple? So just make sure your edges are done, and there we go. And then we have a beautiful envelope. And then I always take tear tape and run it along the top of my envelope flap So especially if you're giving like these away as a gift, okay? And then you would tear it when you're ready to close. So welcome Jane and Nancy, and hopefully I said hello, Ellen, welcome. So there we go. Okay, so isn't that just pretty? So and then I take just like a label. These are some labels that I use for my label maker that I print off. If it's a real, and I just like an address label, we'll just put it on there, and then that way the post office can easily see it. Okay, so our envelope is done. So let's move to our card. Here we go. We've got our card already cut. I feel like I don't know what got on there. And we're going to mat this on some crushed curry, 2 pieces of crushed curry, piece of white. Oh, we do need our trimmer back. So my card base, because this is a slimline card, so this is 7.5 by 7.5. Such an easy measurement. And then we're going to score it at 3 3/4. Okay, so 3 3/4, and I like to score it on my trimmer, so it just kind of just a little easier to get the fold a little better. All right, so we're going to line that up. Remember, start in the middle, work your way out to burnish. Okay, so we've got our card base. And we're going to layer this. Now I can pull in my Tombow glue here, my multi-purpose glue here. And that lemon is pretty. So let's do this. Here we go. So you could pretty much, I started to pull paper for all the 12 designs in this pack, but I didn't get them all done like I wanted to, right? Oh, I got glue all over the place here. Let's see, let's do this. And let's get rid of this glue. Boy, making a mess here. And we're gonna just layer this. I think I used 2 different trimmers, but maybe not. There we go. Just a hint of that crushed curry on there. And then we're going to pull in the Petal Park Builder Punch here. It's perfect. We don't need any stamps or ink or anything to use this punch. So let's, yeah, what color flowers? I didn't think about this. I did punch out some petal pink. I guess we'll go with that, the petal pink. I think the curry is a little too much. Let's add our greetings. So I'm just taking a 1-inch strip, and I stamped from the Petal Park, yeah, what's the name of the stamp set here? Sentimental Park. I'm using the greeting from there. Let's celebrate. And so this here will coordinate with the punch, and then there's also all kinds of greetings in here. Anniversary, graduation, happy birthday baby, just best wishes and adventure too. So and then this is the punch here that coordinates with, this is the set that coordinates with the punch as well. I feel like there's dies that go with this, or maybe not. Maybe it's just the stamp set. Okay, so I've already punched a bunch of flowers. Okay, so I'm gonna just throw this on, and then maybe we'll build a few flowers. Okay, I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Petal pink flowers or crushed curry? I can't decide. So we're gonna just add that on there. Maybe why don't I do one of each, and then we can decide what one we want a second one of. So I punched out the flowers, and I'm just crinkling them up. Okay, 1 each of the 3 sizes. Go from there. So there's 1. Here's 2, 3, and I gotta find my mini glue dots. I know they're on my desk here somewhere, I think. Yeah, where did they go? I guess I cleaned it off too well, right? Hopefully there's enough on here. Okay, so just crumpling them up kind of gives you that texture. So I'm going to just layer these together. All right. All right. And what I'm going to do, we're going to take a little petal pink here and a blending brush. I guess this one. I thought I had more of a pinky one. Let me just check the color here. So like this is kind of pinky here. So I'm gonna just kind of run it on here just to make sure that really hot pink is out of there. And let's just crinkle this up a little bit. And I'm gonna just add a little bit of ink on here just to get it a little bit deeper. I think that might work. What do you guys think? It's not all together yet, but it's working in progress. And do I have curry? I might not, so I can't do the curry like that. Let's see, I don't have my curry there. I must have it like, I don't have any curry available, so we can't do that. Because maybe Daffodil Delight. Do I have any of that around? Let's see. Let me grab the Daffodil Delight, and that'll work. So let's try the curry. Let's crinkle these up. And just kind of like, you know, crinkle it. It's not hard. Oh, there's my glue dots. I found them. They're in the tray here. Okay, so, all right. Hi, Alicia. What about variegating them? I don't know about that. But maybe if I'm not sure if I like these two like totally on top of one another. All right, I think I like the petal pink better. What do you guys think? Flowers. I didn't think about punching white ones with a little bit of pink on them. Maybe we could do that as well. Let me see. Do I have any scrap around? You know, oops, I do. Look at this. So let's punch 3 of these, okay? That might look good. Maybe pink and white, Ellen, might be cool as well. Let's do this. Let's try this. Put that together. Glue dots just make it easy. And we've got pink. Let's grab a little bit of ink. See how easy that is? It just kind of gives it a nice soft highlight, and then you can always squish it a little bit more. There we go. What do you guys think? I think the 2 pinks, but we could try variegating it too. Let's try Ellen's thought there. That variegating. How about white and pink layers? Yeah. Okay, so we got lots here to play with. So we'll do that. Maybe we could do 2 different variegated flowers as well. Okay, we got that, that, and this. Okay, petal pink. Pretty card with the petal pink. Let's just try Ellen's idea. I love to experiment, you know. Do you guys like do this? Does it like take you forever to make a card like me? Let's do a little bit of sponging. There we go. All right, lots of choices. What do you think? And then we could do that. We could do one more variegated here. We could do 2 variegated flowers, right? Here's a little one. So I love just punching. These all came out of the scrap paper that I had left after cutting my cardstock. So I just save everything and try to utilize it. And if I get too much scrap going, I give it to others. So, okay. Okay, so here's your choices. We could go 2 petal pink ones, okay? Or we could do a pink and a white, or 2 whites with the highlight of pink, or we could do 2 variegated ones, which don't look too variegated, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I know it's such hard decisions, isn't it? All right, so let's move on to there. Okay, hi Sandy, welcome. Has anybody got an opinion? Sometimes the lag is a little much. I like that one better than this one. I think this. We're going to go with this layer, I think. Okay. The white with the pink, Ellen says. Okay, the white with the pink. Okay, let's just go with this. All right. The white with pink. White and pink. I think I like this. We're going to go with that. Did I make this too long? I got to look. I might have, can't remember. I want to trim my tag here just a little bit, because that's going to get hidden. It's a little bit too long. Okay, so we're going to add, so we've got our layers, okay? We're going to add dimensionals to that. So let me grab some dimensionals here. Okay, dimensional there, just right in the center is all we need, all right? And we're going to just plop that there, and this one over here. See, you didn't even see where I cut the end, right? And then we're going to turn this over, and we're going to add some dimensionals to the back. So let's do this. This is a really long card. Okay, get out of there, scrap. So we're going to put that one, put some in the center, okay? There we go. Let me just close up some ink here. And then let's add this to the center, to our card front. So really, they're really a simple card once you like have the measurements figured out. And sometimes it helps to kind of open up your card so you can center this. All right. So make sure you're commenting, because I've got some make and takes today for 2 people for the second card I'm going to send to. So I feel like that's, because this one's a little hard to pop in the mail for you. So I'll punch some flowers for you. So we're going to use that the rest of that designer paper. Okay, so let's pull in one of these black and white gingham bows here. Here we go. Let's add that onto there. We'll give this a little trim. There we go. Trim up our tails here a little bit. And then let's add some bling, right? We need some bling. So let's grab our pick tool and let's add some bling to the center of our flowers. And then we got to do the inside. So I've cut, so my white piece here is the same measurement as my designer paper, and my mats are the same measurements as well. So it makes designing your, your card really, really easy. Okay, remember, I said we were going to use this tiny little 1/2-inch strip on our card. So let's do that. A bit of Tombow blue there. We're going to just add it here on the bottom edge. I would do it before you layer, just so, because I'm off just a tiny hair here for some reason. So let's do that. And now we can add this to our mat. So let's do that. There we go. Oops, I feel like a little short on one side. Oh well. Okay, so let's add this to the inside. And I'm just thinking top or bottom, but I guess I could go with either. And there we go. We are done. So isn't that just beautiful to get that in the mail for somebody, right? Okay, so and then it fits in here so nicely. There's plenty of room. So when you're ready to mail, you're gonna pop that off and it's just gonna look so beautiful too. And you could even, if you wanted to, if you had a stamp set or something, you could stamp on that label, okay, as well. Awesome card, like the colors. Thanks, Betty. I love this. It's been fun making this, and using the punches with the flowers are just so easy to use. Okay, so let's make our other card. So we have this piece left over, right? So we're going to, we need to trim this, okay? So right now, these are the only scraps we have from that designer paper, and this is all that's going to be left. That's all that's left from that one sheet. Isn't that just wonderful? So this would make a great scrappy card. This designer paper would make a beautiful scrappy card. So if you save, you make all 12 designs, you could make a scrappy card. So we're going to need to cut this down. We need to cut it to, let me look at my measurements, 4 3/4, okay? So we've got this little tiny strip left over that we'll use to embellish the inside. Now, I made this so simple, okay? So what do you think? What colors? So now do you have to think about what colors to mat and what to use as a base? So you just make a twin, but a little tiny twin, right? So we're gonna use Petal Pink for our base, and then Crushed Curry for our mat. And my mats are the same size. My inside piece of cardstock is the same size as this. So you don't have to think of the math again, right? So it makes it so simple. Well, let's start out with this. We're gonna do this here. We're gonna just put this on the edge here. I'm gonna just leave a little bit of white. So definitely put this on before you adhere, because I'm off again. My cutting must not be doing a good job today. I think I was using 2 different trimmers and they could just be off. Okay, now I can layer this onto my curry. Okay, and then our inside will be done. Okay, there's that. Now let's fold our Petal Pink card base, and let's grab, so start in the middle, work your way out, burnish it out, and it'll stay nice and flat. Okay, so I'm gonna layer this onto, you know, I probably should have done the lemons instead of the daisies, but I love these big daisies. I just think they're so fresh and exciting. All right, so how long is that? I need to trim this again. I think I made them a little too long. So let's add our greeting. Now we're back to what color flowers should we use, ladies? There we go. So we're gonna make this the same exact way, so we don't have to think about this, right? So let's just, let me grab a dimensional. We've got one here. We're gonna go with this pink flower, and let's go with both pinks. Let's see, what size do we need? I forgot something. We forgot to add some leaves to our flowers. So, so we've got garden green, black, and old olive. What colored leaves should we use? Help me with that, and I'll get this flower assembled, okay? What leaves, colored leaves? I didn't add it to the other card either. So we need to add those. Mini glue dots here, Nancy. Let's go with this, and then this, and this. Okay, anybody got a preference for colored leaves? Maybe this will help you decide what color leaves. Let me grab one here, because I don't have any old olive punched. This is a great way to use up your scraps too, is these skinny leaves here. So what color leaves would you use? Okay, let me think here. Here's my pink. Let's grab a little bit more ink to do this, right? Okay, got that. Give it a little fluff and a dimensional. I like the old garden green, but I like the old olive. Black will tie in with the ribbon, Jane. I know, isn't it hard? Well, maybe I should be showing it on this so you guys can see it better, right? But it might be totally different. You know, I'm almost thinking the black because it does tie in with the ribbon. I'm gonna go with black. Just a little untraditional, right? There we go. So let's go with black. And then we could do a different color. Let's go with black on that one. Oh, do I have any black scrap though? That's my question. Gotta look in my scrap bin here. Hang on. Might not have grabbed any. Okay, we're gonna just cut a piece. I didn't grab any black scraps. Okay, let's do a few more because I like 4 leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. It makes a little bit of a mess, but it's a good mess, right? There's some old olives, the garden green. There we go. Let's just, my trash is right underneath my desk here, so it makes it really handy to get rid of stuff, as long as it's not too far away. Okay, so let's go with the black. Let's put the black on the other card, and then we'll see if you guys like it or not. Any other question? Or old olive, old olive. Okay, we'll do one in black and one in old olive. How's that? So we'll just pop these underneath the leaves. Just makes it so easy here. Okay, there's the black. And let's grab some old olives for this other card. And do I have another old olive? That's a garden green. Let's punch one more here. There we go. This is the way I like to line it up, and then it sticks to everything else, right? So there's old olive. And we'll pop these onto the card. All right, so there's the old olive. Okay, so let's finish this card. We're going to put dimensionals on this. So are you liking your choice with the old olive, or do you like the black? I think I like the black. Okay, so, and stick around because I've got some other samples to share with you. I did get a few done. Okay, so there's the front, and let's add a bow. Don't you love all my tied bows? This is a great job when you're just sitting around watching TV at night, or just kind of chit-chatting or whatever, to just tie a bunch of bows. I love having bows ready to go. Okay, so let's just pop that on there. Give our bows a little trim. I really miss an all white type ribbon. I'm missing the organdy, what was it called? The crinkled ribbon from last year. Really miss that. Okay, we need some more bling, right? So let's grab some bling for the center of this. There we go. And Kathy, I'm going to message you too. Also because... So make sure you look for your messages, all right? Kathy Burke, I got a message to give you to do that later today. Okay, so hi Donna, welcome. You like the black? All right, both cards are pretty. So what do you guys think? Let me move off some stuff here. Oh, we got to do the inside here yet. So this is all that was left from that designer paper. Isn't that just really cool? To have just that little bit left. And I gotta find my other samples. Hopefully you can see that. So if you were to do all 12 designs, you would have this much left, and it would make some great scrappy cards. Okay. All right. So, all right. So let's do that. Hi Bev, you missed the right white. I know, isn't it? I'm so looking forward. Bev is coming to my card buffet on Friday, and I'm trying to think who else is coming. So I'm looking forward to seeing you then too. Let's see. All right, there's the inside. I didn't do an envelope. There's not any designer paper left, but you could easily pull in this stamp set as well if you wanted a little bit of embellishment, or not, or cut more designer paper too. It could be a mix. I'm trying to think if the color collection paper would work well or not with this, but anyways, but you could find, I'm sure, find some type of stamp to stamp on this. But where did the envelope go? Here we go. So there's that. I just think that is so sweet, but this could be another great card as well. All right, so let me show you a couple other samples with what I did get done. Okay, I was able to get the pretty peacock one done, but I didn't get the card in the envelope. I got this one done. See, I like the black leaves, and I didn't add a bow on there. So let's just pop a bow onto that one. Okay, I think there we go. That looks good. And then look at this sweet freesia card right here. Isn't that just sweet to see that? And then I put the envelope is all ready to go. So comment winners, I'm going to write this down. Do I have an empty sticky note here? Hold on. I'm going to pick number 22 commenter. And number, I don't know, I haven't been paying attention. Hopefully there's been a lot of comments. Make sure there's some hearts in there too. How about number 24, okay? Two really close together. You're gonna get a kit to make one of these cards because this is easier for me to mail versus this one here. So here's this one too with that sweet little flowers and then the striped paper on the inside. Isn't that just sweet? Okay, I matted it with the Cajun Craze because that's kind of like what's in the center of the flower. And then here's this one right here as well in the navy and it's matted with Old Olive and Fresh Region. I didn't think about doing the sponging until I got to this card because I'd made these 3 long ones here ahead of time, but I think adding that little bit of with the blending brush to the flowers really adds to the texture on your card as well. So anybody got a favorite? 24 is your birthday. Oh, I hope you're comment number 24, Ellen. Okay, so what was I gonna say? So just remember today, excuse me, is free shipping. So take advantage of that. Get your order in early. If you have less than a $75 order and you can do patio pickup with me, let's see here. Let me just switch. I got to switch. How did I do this? There we go. Okay. If you're local to me and your order is less than $75, I will add it to a workshop order. So that way, and you can do patio pickup, so that way you can still get your free shipping. It's a great time to add adhesives to your order, or just even plain cardstock, whatever, or even a paper pumpkin subscription. That a 3, 6, or 12-month paper pumpkin subscription takes away the free or the shipping charge to it, and it makes your subscription even less. So. Okay, let me just, you need to get this pack of DSP. Yes, Betty, you're gonna love it. Thanks. Good, Beverly, I'm excited to see you. Scraps are great for note cards too. Yes, some scrappy cards are perfect. I'm gonna work on doing that because I want to finish the rest of the designs in this pack. So it's pretty much just kind of go through and figure out what you want for a card base and what you want to mat your designer paper on, and then it's done. Okay, any other questions, guys? I'm glad you loved today's card, and thank you so much for joining me today. I so appreciate you being here. So come back next week for some more Creative Ink. It's a busy weekend. There's a Stampin' Up event on Saturday that I get to attend. It's a virtual event, so that'll be exciting. We're going to see some sneak peeks of the next catalog, the next mini catalog, so that will be really fun, and even the online exclusives too. So that will be fun, and then there's a new stamp set to enjoy as well. So yes. Okay, everybody, thanks so much, and some of my team members, make sure check in a little bit too for something on our team Facebook page as well. Okay, all right, have a great day, stay cool, stay hydrated, and I will see you next week for some more Creative Ink. Bye.